What's up, guys? It's Benny. I smell a rat and have smelled a rat from day one with the official pipe bomber story in Washington, D.C. Why is this the only individual involved in January 6th who is a literal terrorist who waltzed through the most surveilled city on Earth with a bag full of bombs, planting those bombs in two of the most surveilled buildings on Earth, the RNC and the DNC? Kamala Harris allegedly walked right past one of the bombs, including multiple bomb-sniffing dogs that were taken right past the bombs. Nobody found anything. They found it just in time to cause panic and a lockdown in Washington, D.C., and to accelerate a narrative of chaos. Of course, this individual was leaving DNA evidence everywhere he was going. He's on a cell phone half the time. The FBI is saying that they can't get any of his data. They have no idea who this person is. They are not even going to try and find them. The only actual legitimate terrorist on January 6th, and the FBI has no interest in locating this individual. And as you can see here, whoever this pipe bomber is also waved at the passing Capitol Police vehicle right there, knowingly. They seem like friends, really good friends. Just a comforting wave with a backpack full of bombs. Yeah, none of this adds up. None of this passes the smell test, ladies and gentlemen. Now the House Oversight has a brand new report out destroying the FBI in this important matter of who exactly is the pipe bomber. Because now the more you ask the question about the pipe bomb, the more you ask the question about why is the FBI withholding evidence from the American people about this one single case, meanwhile hunting like dogs 2,000 other Americans whose only crime was peacefully protesting during January 6th. It really does beg the question, who is this guy working for? Why is the FBI not even trying to find him? Exclusive new House report into unsolved J6 pipe bombs reveals that the once vigorous FBI investigation stopped in early 2021, despite initially devoting massive resources in finding the suspect. Now, the agencies are refusing to cooperate with the House inquiry. Interesting. Barry Loudermilk's in charge of this inquiry. He says the FBI has no suspects on the J6 RNC DNC pipe bombs, and Pelosi Cheney's former January 6 committee failed to report on many security failures surrounding the event and the investigation. Today's report further highlights for the American people they still deserve the full truth. Something remarkable happened as congressional Republicans are set to take power with now a Republican president and a Republican Senate. The FBI has begun coughing up piles of evidence on the pipe bomber. New footage, new videos, a new acceleration into finding this individual who's most likely safely out of the country or dead by now, but who knows? What do I know? Here's what I do know, ladies and gentlemen. So one of the best people on this have been Marjorie Taylor Greene. She says the FBI is more interested in tracking down people who protested the election on January 6th than focusing its effort on true enemies. True enemies are terrorists who want to kill Americans. Well, wouldn't it be a terrorist if somebody planted a pipe bomb in front of the RNC? I want you guys to find this individual. This might be the one person on January 6th that I will fully assist the federal government in, let's find him, right? Would really love to know who this pipe bomber is. Who is he working for? Was this person a Fed? The moment you unmask this Fed, which I'm fully convinced it is a Fed, the moment you unmask them, the moment you prove that the entire thing was an op, the moment you prove January 6th, the entire thing was a Fed surrection. The pipe bombers, seemingly the sole op here was in order to sow chaos, panic that day, and to create a narrative that the MAGA element in the city were a bunch of terrorists. Ladies and gentlemen, congressional report released finds that there is conflicting information about if the FBI received corrupted cellular data. Apparently, the FBI received perfectly fine cellular data, according to the cell companies. They said, no, the FBI got all of our data. Many cell carriers confirmed that they did not provide corrupted data to the FBI. The FBI never notified them of any issue accessing cellular data. So, more than 1,400 days after two pipe bombs were placed on Capitol Hill, the FBI made no arrests and no charges, no individuals with planting the explosive devices. The initial progress in the early weeks and months of the investigation, there was little meaningful progress towards the apprehension of the suspect. Somebody ordered this individual to be protected. Ladies and gentlemen, maybe the reason why they had to lie about the cell phone data is that you can clearly see the quote-unquote pipe bomber here on some type of earpiece or headset the entire time, right? Here's footage of the pipe bomber. Okay? You see, they're like communicating on some type of electronic device. Who are they talking to? Who are they speaking with? What are they looking for? What exactly is going on here? Okay, look, it's like in a headset or an earpiece. Boy, sure would be nice to know what they're talking, who they're talking to. That'd be nice. Oh, the data was corrupted, you see. Everything has data, so you're telling me the FBI hasn't been able to extract the data and devices being used in this exact area at this time. Yeah, of course they can. They're just not going to like the results. The FBI has told the public for 3 years that the pipe bomber planted the device the night before. FBI brass insisted the pipe bombs were viable with black powder and deadly. So how did the bomb-sniffing K9 miss the DC bomb just a few feet away at 9:50? At 9:50, you can see dog pass. Apparently, there's the bomb right there. The dog passes right by it. I'm not going to blame the dog. 1,200 people have been charged in connection with January 6th, but the one individual who could have caused multiple mass casualties has not been caught yet. That really doesn't add up, says Congressman Eli Crane. Absolutely nothing adds up about the January 6th pipe bomb. Here's how police responded to the discovery of the device of the incoming vice president, sitting U.S. senator inside the building. The police gathered around in a silly gaggle and did nothing. Oh, time to just stare. Time to just look at the bushes. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. The FBI is now going to have Kash Patel literally kicking them directly in the ass day and night. And so I think that things are going to change. And the FBI has now decided to change its tune and reinvigorate, after 4 years, their investigation into the pipe bomber. FBI releases new information about the pipe bomb suspect to encourage additional tips from the public. Ooh, baby. Okay, here we go. The FBI has released this footage of the pipe bomber. Brand new footage. Nobody's seen it before. Honestly, it's not new to the FBI. The FBI has had this footage forever. Why is this footage in such degraded quality? I think that's an important question. The DNC has sophisticated cameras around the building. Here's the pipe bomber. Allegedly, they are getting the pipe bombs out of the backpack. Not sure exactly. Don't know. There's no audio, of course, on the video here. But this individual is fiddling with the backpack. Do we see him place the bomb anywhere? Up, and there you go. Oh, sit back down. Okay. Placing the bomb. Was that it? There you go. Okay, so there allegedly is the bomb. Sorry, but we've been lied to too much. We've been lied to so much. You have no idea if this was filmed on January 6th. You have, there's just no reason to trust the FBI at this point. Legitimately, I'll trust them when they pull this individual in. Now they're telling everyone his height. Oh, it took you 4 years to figure out the guy's effing height? Really? This took 4 years for you to line this up? For you to do a little Photoshop here and tell us his height? And these are the shoes. They're calling and saying, hey, look for these shoes, because I'm sure the guy's wearing the exact same shoes. Yeah. None of this passes the smell test. And listen, I'm just saying, it's not above the FBI to lie and tamper with evidence. So you have lost your right for me to just believe you, especially if you had footage like this, if you had like his height, why wouldn't you release that? I don't know, over the last 4 years? This happened exactly 4 years ago on January the 5th. So why not release it then? Now the FBI, in order to protect itself, releases new information about the J6 pipe bomber. If this was the most dangerous aspect of January 6th, how come it's now all of a sudden being released after Chris Wray resigns? Based on what information is the FBI able to track pipe bomber's footsteps? Cell phone ping data, CCTV footage, DC Metro holdings, camera data from a Tesla vehicles that might have had recording capability? Like, why is the FBI now publicly asking for help? They had been completely silent over the last 4 years on this case. This is a really, really good question. Sources supposedly believe, this is Julie Kelly, the very same day that House Republicans issue a damning report of the unsolved J6 pipe bomber, FBI comes up with new information. What a joke. What a complete freaking joke. Yeah. The individual is believed to be 5'7" tall, wearing Nike Air Max. Okay, well, that's a lot of help. It's a whole lot of help that does. 4 years later. 4 years later. Why now? They've been hiding this for so long. The DC is supposed to be one of the most secure cities in the United States. Somehow the FBI was not able to get any leads on this individual. Nothing. There you go. But don't worry. It took us 4 years to do this little Photoshop. Yeah. The FBI, in correspondence with this, released a video that I thought was fascinating. I'll play it for you here, ladies and gentlemen. And you can sit back and wonder with me aloud exactly what do you think is actually going on here? And before we play the video, I'll just state very clearly what I believe is going on. The FBI knows that they are about to get destroyed. They know that the pipe bomber, they know exactly who this pipe bomber is. They most likely were coordinating with this pipe bomber. And the truth is about to come out. So they're trying to get ahead of it. And they know that Kash Patel is going to reveal everything. He's going to put his foot up their ass. And they're going to tell us the truth. I really do believe that. And when the truth gets out, somebody's going to be left holding the bag. Literally, metaphorically. So what's going to happen next? It's going to be an age of reckoning, and an age of truth, and an age of transparency. And we're really, really excited about it. Here's the FBI trying to cover their asses. Oh, look, we have all this new information on the pipe bomber. Please help us find us. Help us find him. Please, please, please don't look too hard.
On January 5th, 2021, between 7:30 and 8:30 p.m., an unidentified individual placed pipe bombs near the offices of the Democratic National Committee and the Republican National Committee in Washington, D.C. As we mark the 4-year anniversary of the night the pipe bombs were placed on Capitol Hill, the FBI and our partners are renewing our call for tips from the public to help us identify the suspect. We are releasing additional details about the suspect, as well as previously unreleased video of the suspect placing the bomb at the Democratic National Committee. A reward of up to $500,000 is available for information that leads to the arrest and conviction of the individual responsible for this attempted attack. If you have any information, please call the FBI at 1-800-CALL-FBI. You can also submit tips online at tips.fbi.gov. One previously unreleased detail is the FBI's estimate of the suspect's height to be approximately 5'7" tall. The suspect wore a face mask, a gray hooded sweatshirt, and black gloves. They used a backpack to transport each of the devices. They were wearing distinctive Nike Air Max Speed Turf shoes, which are black and gray with the yellow Nike logo. Fewer than 25,000 of these shoes were sold between August 2018 and January 2021. The first time the suspect is seen is at approximately 7:34 p.m. at the intersection of 1st Street and North Carolina Avenue Southeast. The person walks southwest on North Carolina Avenue, turns north on New Jersey Avenue, west on D Street, and then south on South Capitol Street. This footage of the suspect on South Capitol Street shows the person setting down their backpack, which is believed to contain one of the bombs at this time. The suspect appears to put on a pair of glasses and scan the area, standing on tiptoes. Before picking up the backpack, turning around, and heading back the way they came on South Capitol Street. After reaching the corner of D Street, the suspect turns around again, and this time walks south all the way down South Capitol Street to a bench outside the Democratic National Committee headquarters building. Here we see the suspects sit on the bench for a few minutes. They do not place the bomb at this time. The suspect then walks east on Ivy Street, turns north on New Jersey Avenue, and then pauses near the corner of D Street before retracing their steps back to the DNC bench where the first bomb is placed. This previously unreleased footage shows the suspect sitting on the DNC bench before placing the first bomb. Here we see the suspect place the bomb at approximately 7:54 p.m. From there, the person walks north on South Capitol Street, east on D Street, south on New Jersey Avenue, northeast on North Carolina Avenue, when we lose video coverage of the suspect at approximately 8 p.m. 8 minutes later, at about 8:08 p.m., we pick the suspect back up on camera heading north on 2nd Street. The suspect walks west on C Street, enters an alley that leads to Rumsey Court, and then walks west on Rumsey Court. This footage shows the suspect pass between the RNC and the Capitol Hill Club, holding the backpack out to the side. The person continues between the RNC and the Capitol Hill Club, then continues north on 1st Street, east on C Street, back into the alley toward Rumsey Court, back onto Rumsey Court, where they placed the second pipe bomb at approximately 8:16 p.m. The suspect then turns back onto Rumsey Court, walking east until the person is last seen on camera at approximately 8:18 p.m., wearing the backpack on their shoulders. The bomb is believed to have been placed shortly before this video, based on how the suspect is carrying the backpack. We still believe there is someone out there who has information they may not have realized was significant until now. We're asking you to come forward to share that information with the FBI. Please call the FBI with any information at 1-800-CALL-FBI or submit tips online at tips.fbi.gov. Tips can remain anonymous. A $500,000 reward is available for information that leads to the arrest and conviction of the person responsible for this dangerous attempt to harm innocent people.